What's up, guys? We're back, bitches. We're doing video number 2, and this time we have a guest. And we're talking about sex.
Let's talk about sex. Let's talk about you. Let's talk about all the things.
On the first date. Acceptable or not acceptable? What do you think? What do we think? Okay, so before we continue, let's clarify what we mean by a first date. We're not talking about you're at the club and you're dancing and a guy who's been dancing with every other girl in there buys you a drink and suddenly you go home and you have sex with him. No, that is a tooted and booted. We're talking about a guy who picks you up, takes you out to dinner or watch a movie, and he pays for everything on the first date.
Don't take a bitch to the movies and a dinner on the first date. And don't pay for the pussy on the first date. Do not do it.
Clearly, men and women already have different views when it comes to dating. So, back to the subject at hand.
Ladies first, go ahead.
I think that it's circumstantial. It depends on the situation. That's not a word?
For sure, no.
It's not a word?
Continue.
I thought it was a word.
Sorry, apologize.
No? But if I have to take a stance, I don't think it's acceptable on the first date. No.
You think it's not acceptable?
I think it's not acceptable.
Look at you, feminist. Howard, what about you?
Feminist?
I would say it's acceptable, except I've never done it. One time.
I think sex on the first date is acceptable depending on the situation. If the female thinks that it's not acceptable and you like her enough, then it's not a big deal. Then you move on and you don't trip and you go to the second date. But if it's not that serious and she does give it up the first day, then you don't judge her at all either. So I think that's cool, you know? So I think it depends on the female, depends on the situation. It is acceptable. It's acceptable.
So does it vary from a guy's opinion if he does want to marry a person or if he doesn't want to get married? Does it really matter? Does that change if it's acceptable or if it's not acceptable to a guy?
I don't believe in marriage. I don't believe in
So
marriage.
we have
That's
the
another
wrong
topic.
person on our video.
Fuck a marriage. Like, you know what I mean? Your shit is mine, my shit is yours. That's it. End of story.
Your shit is mine and mine shit is yours because you have to be married for such...
Yes, that's come from a gold digger point of view. Yes.
Pause. Gold digger. Us. No. Check out Gold Digger Epidemic and you'll see why we're not gold diggers.
Please don't spread your legs on the first date. I don't think it's a good idea. And let's
Thy
go back.
holiness does not think it's a good idea.
I
Thy
never
holiness.
said
You never said it.
that I didn't have sex on the first date. I didn't say that. That doesn't mean that I don't think it's unacceptable. And what I mean by that is because if this is a guy you want to marry,
What I mean is, if it's a guy you want to marry, I just don't feel you should put out on the first date. You know, respect yourself, have them respect you, and I mean, you know, eventually you could. Not on the first date, not if it's somebody you want to take you seriously and not just hit you up for some pussy at some random hours of the night, you know? You set the tone. The first date, you set the tone. On the other hand, if the feelings are right and he's good looking and you're good looking and you feel like you are going to see him in the long run and you, of course, go ahead and have sex. Do you? But what happens to the chase? There's no chase. I mean, now what is he dating you for?
it's about how much do I have to put into something for her to put out.
She's quantifying the pussy. You can't quantify pussy.
Pussy
Okay.
is quantifiable.
Look, that's horrible. That's such a bad thing to say. What is it about her pussy?
You don't know. You haven't
You haven't
explored
know.
it.
I don't give a fuck. I don't need to put my money out to pay for the pussy, okay?
Why?
It's just
We
about
can go
being a man.
50-50.
It's
Look,
about
check it
being
out.
a man.
If it's cool, the second date, I'll pay for the whole fucking thing. The whole day. The third day, I might do it the same thing.
Who said you're
But
gonna
not
get the
the first
second
date.
date if you don't pay for it?
Well, then fuck that bitch. Simple. If she don't like you because you didn't pay for the first date, fuck her. She ain't the one. Go to the next one. There's bitches out there hungry. They put down 50-50 on a meal.
As you can see, everybody has their opinion. I think yes, and I think no. And it really boils down to whatever the fuck you want to do. Enough said, bro.